Good morning, students. Today we'll do a new chapter, that is hydrocarbon. So this is the second chapter of organic chemistry. As you know, hydrocarbon means those organic compounds which contain only carbon and hydrogen. For example, this is one of the compound which contain only carbon and hydrogen, and this type of compounds are called hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon means those organic compounds which contain only carbon and hydrogen. Now, classification of hydrocarbon. Classification, mainly hydrocarbons can be classified into two types. Some are called open chain hydrocarbon and some are called cyclic hydrocarbon. So there are two types of hydrocarbon. Some are called open chain hydrocarbon and some are called cyclic hydrocarbon. And this open chain hydrocarbon may be two types. Some are called saturated hydrocarbon and some are called unsaturated hydrocarbon. Saturated and unsaturated. Saturated means the organic compounds which contain carbon-carbon single bond. For example, alkane is one example of saturated hydrocarbon, and unsaturated hydrocarbon means those hydrocarbon which contain carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple bond. They are called unsaturated hydrocarbon. So alkene contain carbon-carbon double bond, alkyne contain carbon-carbon triple bond. That's why alkene, alkyne are said to be example of unsaturated hydrocarbon. And the cyclic hydrocarbon two types. Some are called alicyclic hydrocarbon and some are called aromatic hydrocarbon. Already we have done this classification in classification of organic compound. As you know, to become aromatic there are some conditions which should followed by the compound. For aromaticity, the compound must be cyclic, the compound should have planar structure, the compound should satisfy the Haeckel pi electron rule. If the compound satisfy all these three conditions, then the compound is said to be aromatic, otherwise the compound is said to be alicyclic. Already you have got this thing. So this is the classification of hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon mainly two types. Some hydrocarbons are called open chain hydrocarbon and some hydrocarbons are called cyclic hydrocarbon. Open chain hydrocarbon again you can classify into two types, saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Example of saturated hydrocarbon is alkane, and example of unsaturated hydrocarbons are alkene alkynes. Again, cyclic you can classify it into two types. Some are called alicyclic, some are called aromatic. For example, cyclobutane. It is one example of alicyclic hydrocarbon. Aromatic hydrocarbon example you can write benzene. Benzene is one of the example of aromatic hydrocarbon. So this is about the classification. Now here we will study about alkane, alkene and alkynes. These three hydrocarbon we have to study, and benzene also we have to study. So first time we will start alkanes. We will start with alkanes. As you know, alkanes are saturated hydrocarbon which contain carbon-carbon single bond. Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbon which contain carbon-carbon single bond. And alkanes have the Janel formula. The Janel formula of alkane is CnH twice N plus 2. This is the Janel formula of alkane, and alkane you can represent like this way also, RH. This is the Janel formula of alkane. R means the alkyl group like methyl, ethyl, propyl. These are called alkyl group which is represented by R symbol. When alkyl group combine with one hydrogen, then it produces the alkane. For example, suppose alkyl group is methyl. When methyl group combines with hydrogen, it produces methane. So if you want to represent alkane generally, in Janel formula, the alkane you can represent as RH. So RH means any alkane it can represent. And these alkanes are also called paraffins. Alkanes are also called paraffins. Why alkanes are also called paraffins? Actually, para comes from a Greek word. Para means less, fin means affinity. I mean, alkanes have less affinity, they are less reactive. And why alkanes are less reactive? Because since alkane contain only sigma bond, only single bond, as you know, sigma bonds are stronger, and that is why it is difficult to break the bond, and that is why they are stable, and that's why their reactivity is very, very less. And that is why alkanes are also called paraffin. Paraffin means less reactive, and it is due to presence of single bond. And alkanes are one of the compound which do not have any functional group. As you know, those compound which contain functional group is the most reactive part of the organic compound. Since alkane do not have any functional group, that's why their reactivity is less, and so they are also called paraffin. Now, if you want to write some formula of alkane, since the general formula is CnH twice n plus 2, so some example of CH4, I mean C1H4, this is one example of alkane. If carbon number is 2, hydrogen number will be 6, this is one example of alkane. If carbon number is 3, hydrogen number will be 8. If carbon number is 4, hydrogen number will be 10. So these are some examples of alkanes. And if you want to write the names, since one carbon present here, it is called methane, this is called ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane. Like this, you will get number of alkanes depending on the number of carbon atoms. Now, in every compound like alkane, alkene, alkyne, what we have to study here, you should know how to prepare the alkanes in laboratory. If you want to prepare some alkane, suppose if you want to prepare ethane, if you want to prepare propane, how to prepare in the laboratory, that methods of preparation are required. And what type of reaction shown by alkane, that chemical properties also required. So when you study alkane, mainly methods of preparation of alkane and the chemical properties of alkanes, that's are required. Similarly for alkene also. So first time we will do the methods of preparation of alkanes. There are different types of method to prepare the alkanes. So methods of preparation of alkanes. How to prepare the alkane in the laboratory? Actually, these are laboratory method. There are two types of methods. Some are called laboratory method and some are called industrial method. So industry method and lab method, both are different. In lab method, we can normally we prepare in smaller amount, but in industry they prepare in larger amount. So that is why the lab method and the industry method both are different. So here we will do only the lab method. I mean, if you want to prepare alkanes, how will you prepare in the laboratory? Actually, if you want to prepare alkanes in the laboratory, you can prepare the alkane from different organic compounds. For example, you can prepare the alkane from carboxylic acid, you can prepare the alkane from alkene, you can prepare the alkane from alkyne. So from different compound you can prepare the alkane. So what are the methods, from what compound you can prepare the alkane, that I will give you as method number 1, method number 2, like that. So number 1 method, you can prepare the alkane from sodium salt of carboxylic acid. From sodium salt of carboxylic acid. So this is the first method to prepare the alkanes. Do you know what is sodium salt of carboxylic acid? As you know, carboxylic acid contain the functional group COOH. This is the Zenel formula of carboxylic acid, RCOOH. This represents one Zenel carboxylic acid like methanoic acid, ethanoic acid, propanoic acid. So depending on R, depending on the alkyl group, you can write the name of carboxylic acid. So here simply you have to say this one as carboxylic acid. When carboxylic acid reacts with sodium metal Na, then As you know, this is acid. Any acid when reacts with active metal, it produces salt and hydrogen gas. So since it is acid, it will release the hydrogen and it produces salt like this RCOONA, which is called sodium salt of carboxylic acid, and this hydrogen will be released as H2, half of H2 to balance. One hydrogen is released, that's why to balance the hydrogen I have put half H2, meaning one hydrogen is released. And this compound is called sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Sodium salt of carboxylic acid. So now you can prepare the alkane from this sodium salt of carboxylic. This is not the method, just I have shown what is sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Now I will give you the method. So this is your sodium salt of carboxylic acid, RCOONA. When this sodium salt of carboxylic acid reacts with soda lime, soda lime means it is the mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide. This mixture is called soda lime. And some amount of heat is required. This is the symbol of heat. So when sodium salt of carboxylic acid is heated with soda lime, then the reaction takes place between them and they will convert to alkane. And how the reaction takes place? This part will combine like this. This part will combine. Here 2 sodium, 1 carbon and 3 oxygen, and they combine to form Na2CO3. 2 carbon, 2 sodium, 1 carbon and 1 oxygen. So this is your side product. This 2 sodium and 1 carbon and 3 oxygen combine to form sodium carbonate as side product, and this alkyl group combined with this hydrogen, it produces RH, which is the general formula of alkane. So like this way you can prepare the alkane. I mean, when sodium salt of carboxylic acid is heated with soda lime, then it will convert it to alkane. So that is why if you want to prepare some alkane, if alkane is not available in your laboratory, then you can prepare that alkane from your sodium salt of carboxylic acid. In this way, soda lime is required and you have to supply some amount of it, then it will convert to alkane. For example, so this is one example. Suppose your R group is methyl group, CH3COONA. How many carbon? 2 carbon. That's why it is called ethanoic acid. I mean, the name of this compound is sodium salt of ethanoic acid, because 2 carbon present here. That's why it is called sodium salt of ethanoic acid. When this sodium salt of ethanoic acid is react with soda lime means it is the mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide, then again the same reaction takes place. This part will combine to form sodium carbonate like this way, and this CH3 combined with this hydrogen, it goes to methane, CH4. I mean, you can prepare methane by this way. Side product will be sodium carbonate. So similarly, if you want to prepare ethane, propane, you can prepare from 1 carboxylic acid. See, if you want to prepare methane, then you have to take 2 carbon here. I mean, ethanoic acid you have to take. If you want to prepare ethane, then you have to take 3 carbon here. 1 carbon should be more in your reactant, because 1 carbon produces a side product, sodium carbonate. So that is why if you want to prepare ethane, then you have to take the ethyl group as alkyl group, COONA. Since 3 carbon present, this is called sodium salt of propanoic acid. 3 carbon present, that's why sodium salt of propanoic acid. When this one is react with sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide, I mean soda lime, and heat is required, then again this part will combine. 1 carbon will form sodium carbonate, and the remaining part CH3, CH2, and this hydrogen combines with this CH2. I mean, it will goes to CH3, CH3. CH3, CH3 means it goes to C2H6, which is called ethane plus sodium carbonate. So you can prepare any alkane by using this method. You can prepare methane, you can prepare ethane, propane, butane, any alkane you can prepare.